a good morning. I'm very overdressed for the Taiwanese weather, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to South Korea, where the temperature is about 15 degrees cooler. So I just had to struggle getting to the metro station, basically. I did not get bubble tea though. I actually got lemon juice, which might sound a bit strange. It's not that bitter though, it's a sweetened lemon juice. It's a diluted lemon juice basically. But it's very nice with the hot weather. So I have a bit of time to kill. I'm gonna see what the hell is going on here. What this big event thing is with everyone talking on microphones. And then I'm gonna make my way to the airport, where I have a 2-hour flight, 2.5-hour flight to Jeju Island. We'll see how that goes. Should be fine. Let's go. I think it's a graduation of some sort. I think it is a graduation. It's pretty cool. Good place to have a little graduation, isn't it? Right in the metro station. Everybody can just come along. Very easy to transport here. No worries about car parks, stuff like that. Well, here we are. Kaohsiung Airport. Easy to get here. 15 minutes on the metro. And you're at the departures. So, yeah. Can't ask for a better system. I wish we had something like that in bloody Ireland, you know that? Anyway, gonna head in, get me ticket, check in, usual crap. I'm gonna be sad to be leaving Taiwan. Really loved my time here as well. Security process, like most of the airports in Asia, very easy, very efficient. Yeah, sad to be leaving, but this is a nice little way down to the flight gates. It's quite nice. Yeah, so leaving. And I didn't have my ticket, as I said, to the after, like ongoing from South Korea. So the guy asked me, he said, have you got proof of traveling out? I said, no, not yet, because I haven't decided where I'm going to fly to yet. And he said, oh, okay, that's fine, I'll just get you to sign something. But he never made me sign anything, so unless he actually did the paperwork just to save any translation issues or stuff like that. But I have a couple of ideas now. While I was standing there waiting up to get my ticket, I just kind of went on Skyscanner, checked a few flights. So there's a couple of ideas I've got, but we have to just see how that plays out. Should be fine. There's plenty of destinations to go, especially from Korea. It's like a hub nearly, you know. But I'm not going back to Seoul because it has no soul. Sorry to any people who love Seoul. I just, you know, as I've said many times, didn't really like it. But yeah, here we are. This place is absolutely lovely. It's really quiet, clean. I know most airports are, but it's not like, you know, there's loads of people usually crowding into these places trying to get their cheap cigarettes and cheap alcohol before they leave. But this is pretty quiet. Just gonna have a little ramble around. Look at this. Well, here we are in South Korea, in Jeju. Easy flight, quick, convenient. Proof that I'm in South Korea. I have to get my money card from a convenience store here, because that's how you travel. You tap your card, you don't use cash. So I had to find out where the convenience store was, and then I have to get a bus to my accommodation. So let's go. They didn't even ask for a flight out, to be honest. They just stamped my passport and that was it. Pretty handy. Well, here we are on the main streets of South Korea. Well, the streets are not that mean, but those clouds look pretty damn mean, don't they? I don't really know if it's supposed to actually rain today, but they look damn angry. Gonna check in now. I'm almost where I need to be, I think. I'll find it somehow. Some way. We'll see, we'll see. Just want to get in, then I can go for a little walk, you know, because I've been sitting down in the airport and it's nice to kind of get away from that kind of a thing. Get up, stretch your legs, you know. Oh, by the way, I had trouble at the airport, so when I got through the arrivals, you know, when I came out, I said, okay, I need to get my my card for the transport, you know. You need to buy them to use. So okay, I went and I was gonna buy one, and the guy said, oh okay, yeah, you can only charge it with cash though. I said, all right, is there an ATM? He said, yeah, just around the corner. So I went, there's about 4 ATMs, none of them would take my card, not one. So it took loads of back and forth. I was putting it in different ways, and eventually I got it to work. But what a pain in the ass, you know. Oh, anyway, I'm almost there. At least there's a little convenience store beside me. GS25 is the most popular one in, I nearly fell, in South Korea. Well, all checked in. I just have my hat on in case it starts raining soon, because it looked like it was going to. Sorry if it's a bit loud here. All the way down to the town is kind of beside the main street, you know. But it's funny, I checked in and all, everything was fine, you know, nice. I paid for breakfast for tomorrow, which looked lovely. Only cost about €2.50, so I'm not going to complain about that. It looked really good now, I have to say. He showed me a picture and he said, look, if you want it, you have to pay now, because, you know, they cook it like in the morning fresh. So I said, yeah, why not? Nice coffee included. Actually, you know what, it came to 5,000 Korean won. And the coffee on its own, because it's a coffee shop as well, the coffee on its own is 4,000, and you get coffee with the breakfast, so you're paying 1,000 extra for a big breakfast. Pretty good. But you know, I just left the guest house, right? Just left, gonna cross the road. I went and got myself a Fanta melon just because I was thirsty, and it dawned on me, I just forgot how bad drivers are in Korea. They are absolutely by far the worst I've ever seen in any Asian country, any country actually. They are diabolical, they are terrible. They will swerve in and out, they'll break red lights, they don't give a damn. They're really, really bad drivers. And you know, I would say like, oh well, it was just once or twice. All the time I've spent in Korea, whether it's Seoul, Busan, now Jeju, everybody's just a lunatic when they drive. I forgot about that, you know. They're really, like, honestly, it's dangerous. Maybe they're actually the best drivers, because I don't know how there's not more road crashes. But you know, there was a pedestrian crossing that was green for me, much like this one now that I'm crossing. Thankfully there's no traffic, but I'm holding my camera up just in case I get knocked down. I want proof. Yeah, so a green crossing, nobody stopped, not one car stopped. Everybody just flying through it, and I had to wait again. The lights went red then. So yeah, honestly, Korean drivers, worst I've witnessed in the world so far. I'm sure there is worse, but not that I've seen firsthand. I think even the scooter drivers in Vietnam are probably a lot better, or more considerate of people at least. And even the Chinese scooter drivers, they're bad, you know. I've said that before. That was one of my complaints about China, the scooter drivers, but they're actually better than the Korean drivers. It's weird, very weird. Anyway, we're gonna just keep walking down the main street here, just for a bit, just to see what's going on. Check out this place, Self Ice Cream. I guess there's no. Oh, this is weird. Oh, so it's a self-service store, like the one we saw in Japan before, remember? So you grab your stuff, whatever you want, and then you pay. You scan it here and pay. So you get all your ice creams, all different sorts. It's nice and refreshing in here actually. And then you bring it up, you scan it here and you pay. Pokemon cards even, you know, cold drinks. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Labubus, of course, because haven't they just taken over the world? Huh. Crazy. Pretty cool though. 24/7 ice cream. Not just ice cream, 24/7 Pokemon cards and Labubus as well. Anyway, I'll continue on. I have been walking up the street for a while, but there hasn't been an awful lot to see. It's a lot of, obviously, cafes, because South Korea is worldwide. It's known for its cafe culture. But I will give one thing to South Korea right now. The weather is absolutely perfect. It's actually even a little bit chilly, like, you know. It's been so long since I felt like this. But yeah, people are still not following the road rules, obviously, but I don't expect that to change now, so I'll finish talking about that completely. I won't mention that again while I'm here. That's just part and parcel of it, you know. But we'll keep walking. So I've walked for about half an hour so far. I've just been walking in a straight line, just kind of looking into coffee shops, trying to get an idea for maybe tomorrow what one looks nice. The coffee shop, I'll show you in the morning. The coffee shop that's part of the guest house that I'm staying in, it looks absolutely incredible. It's all books everywhere, stacks of them. Really cool. I'll show you that when I go down for breakfast in the morning, but keep walking around. I think I'll try to get a bit of alcohol, do you know that? Just came across this pretty cool little wall here. Every little tile has some kind of artwork on it. Goes all the way around there. Just continues on. I don't know if it's a school here maybe that it's part of, but I'm not really sure. Either way, it is pretty cool. It's probably the most interesting thing that I've seen, apart from the self-service ice cream shop on this road. Now granted that it's not like the biggest road, so, but anyway, yeah, it's quite interesting to see all this, isn't it? Every little tile is a completely different picture, different. Oh, I thought it said I love Jesus, I love Jeju. Actually, where I'm staying, there's a pizzeria across the road, and outside, I thought it was a church because outside of it says Jesus loves you, but it's a big picture of like a pizza being, you know, like the mozzarella cheese being like pulled up. It's really weird. I've just come across like a little food market. A lot of it is closed, but the minute you walk in, Joe, it reminds me, I didn't show you because I didn't have a camera last time, but when I went to Busan last time, it was filled with these kind of little shopping streets with like seafood, you know, this kind of thing, and you can just smell fish the minute you come in. It's pretty cool, and you can even see the fish that they've got on the bottom here. So, man, at least you know what you're getting is actually fresh. I think I mentioned that somewhere before. I think it was in Hakodate when I was in Japan. But you know it's actually going to be fresh, you know. Right there, no fish. It's all fish on this street now. I wonder, it could be a bit different when you get onto each street, you know what I mean? Like one street is for fish, one street is for maybe meat, one street is for vegetables. I don't really know. Maybe one street's for clothes as well, but not really sure. This is the fish market though, and mushrooms. And this place is very popular by the looks of it. Everybody queuing up to get fish. I'm not sure what's so special about the fish, but I guess it's fresh. That's probably the main thing. You know. Oh, I think some of it is like abalone. Shellfish. Yeah, it's fish everywhere. It's just a fish market. I guess it is a little island. Makes sense. I'm gonna head down a bit more. I don't know what's down here. Except a wet floor. Now my shoes all wet. It's probably fish juice. Sushi, sashimi. Can't read some of it, but you can see it. Skewered, sweet, smoky, salty, dry, takoyaki. Nice, I don't know what that is. These kind of little bowls of food. It's like little bento boxes. Oh. Grilled squid. Grilled squid leg. I didn't know they had legs. Squid here. Oh. tteokbokki, one of the nicest foods here. Hot tok is actually delicious as well. Hot tok is like a sweet curry dish. You know what, I'm actually going to get it. It's like sweet curry inside of like a bread, a batter. Or do I get, oh I don't know. Or do I get the fish cakes? Well, they're not fish, but you know. Well, unfortunately for them, they're going to end up on one of these platters very soon. Traditional Market. Last bomb sale. What is that? Bulgogi rice. Oh, bulgogi, yeah. Bulgogi. So it's meat and rice and everything. Barbecue. I want to walk around the other side as well though, because look, there's a big queue to get around here. I don't know what they're actually trying to get. I need to go around and look. It looks like it's just stuffed fried bread. It looks pretty cool though. Yeah. So many people here, it's hard to kind of, you know, maneuver between everyone. A rice dog, wow, that is big. Shrimp and pork, black pork, doenjang. Fish cake skewers. The fish cakes are like the tteokbokki, you know, the rice cakes, but they're just in a different shape usually. Usually, little crabs. I don't believe it. I just realised I got food, yeah? I got the bulgogi with the rice, and the meat and the egg, and I ate it. I was recording myself doing it. Then I looked and I realised it wasn't recording, it was a photograph. What an idiot. So I just decided to walk around a little bit more around the market. This is not, well, this is the food one, but it's not the fresh night market street. So many shops, look. Wow. All souvenir shops. And the oranges are very popular here. Jeju mandarins, or tangerines I think it is, are very, very popular. So they usually sell juice of them. Everything. This place is absolutely packed. More fish. There's fish everywhere. With butchers. See, they even have an orange hat. So I actually bought more food, even though I was full after the bulgogi, but I bought more food just to prove that I ate something. I bought gimbap. Gimbap is like the Korean twist of sushi. Although don't say that to a Korean person, they probably get offended. But you know, it's kind of similar. It's wrapped in the seaweed, and I just said I'd get something to prove it, you know. Could have said, yeah, you didn't really eat anything, although the food's like here is really good. Like that bulgogi was delicious. The fried egg was real like crispy on top, you know. But so the egg was crispy, like the white of it, but the yolk was still lovely and creamy. It was really good, really, really good. Got all sorts of shops in here, so it's not just food, you know. They've got all gift shops, kind of. It's called like sewing materials and handcraft kind of shops. And more orange. Oh, carrot juice. I thought it was an orange. It's not. Surprisingly, it is orange in colour, so I guess that's close enough. Well, so you know, this kind of there's a food court up there, but that's just restaurants, so I don't want to go up there. This kind of a place I like though, you know, where you can go around, see the local food, kind of just get a bit of an idea of what it's like, you know, for the locals. I know there's tourists here as well. Obviously there's a lot of tourists here, but you know, it's still a local market because it stretches out away from that big, like, it's actually called Night Market Street, the big one with all of the cooked foods. But you know, it stretches away from that to this more local part, which I much prefer. I think I actually came down this street. So I'll get out here and I'll free wine tasting. No, I don't like wine. It's okay. I don't like it, but it doesn't mean I won't drink it. I'll get out here and I'll eat my gimbap. Cost €2, just under €2. When I came last time, it was 1,500 Korean won for €1. Now it's 1,600 something, but I still, like, in my head it's 1,500. It's easier to just kind of, you know, convert it then. So this is gimbap. You can see a lot of vegetables in it, a bit of meat. So it's not really the same as sushi, but it's very, very similar. Look at this big roll of it for €2, less than €2. Oh my god. Well, we're gonna eat one with my hands because I'm an animal. Here's to my first gimbap back in Korea. Oh yeah, it's good. It's very different than sushi because it just has so many things packed into this roll, you know, where sushi is usually just a fish and the rice. This is, yeah, lovely, very lovely. So we just took a little trip into GS25. Now GS25 is a very popular convenience store here, along with CU and 7-Eleven. Yes, of course, 7-Eleven. I made a little trip in there to buy this. Now you might be thinking, hold on, it's just milk. Well, texture wise or taste wise, you're not that far off. It is quite milky, but it's not milk, it's alcohol. It's a fermented rice wine, and it gives you a bit of a kick, not gonna lie, you know. It's not the strongest, but there's quite a lot in this bottle. So yeah, it's hard to explain the taste. It's kind of like milky, sweet, and a bit tangy. It was made for like farmers, basically, you know. It was a cheap, easy to make alcoholic drink, just like soju, which we'll get tomorrow. This is today's drink though, but it's milky coloured, so I'd forgive you if you thought it was a bottle of milk. When I first saw it, I thought it was too. But yeah, I'm gonna drink that and I'm gonna be a real Korean. The Korean. Can you see the cat on top of the thing here? Crawling along. Pretty cool. And now I'm full. I ate all that gimbap. So yeah, it's essentially like a log of sushi. I don't want to call it sushi because it's not sushi because there's no fish in it, you know. It's like, just say sausage, egg, carrots, just vegetables basically, and a bit of meat, but very, very tasty, very filling. Because I already had the bulgogi before, I couldn't film it. Ah, what an idiot. Anyway, I'm gonna have a little drink of this now in a second. It's been a year since I tried it, so I hope it's still as good. Well, she's been opened now. Let's give it a whack. The smell is like, it's hard to explain. It's like, you know, when a beer is being made and it smells like that kind of brewery smell, you know, mixed with like, yeah, fermented dough, you know, that kind of it's a weird explanation of how it smells. But anyway, bottoms up. Just as I remembered it. Yeah, it's just, I can't even explain it. It's fizzy but milky. It's so weird, but it's not bad. It has a bit of a strange taste at first, but after a couple of mouthfuls you just get used to it. It has a bit of that kind of like, yeah, as I said, like fermented, even the texture of it in your mouth, you know, it feels like it's bubbling away for a minute. But yeah, it's, you know, I like it. The Koreans are good with their alcohol, I give them credit for that. But I'm gonna end up walking back towards where I'm staying because it's a bit of a walk, like, you know, and it's all actually uphill, just gradual uphill, nothing extreme. But I have this to keep me hydrated for the walk. Yeah, so tomorrow I have a couple of things planned. Be looking forward to doing that, but I'll walk a bit more and then I'll say goodbye. So while I'm walking here, I just thought I'd tell you that makgeolli costs 1,600 South Korean won, and that converts to just under €1, about 90 cents, which is pretty crazy when you think of it, because the bottle itself, there's about 8% alcohol content in it, and it's 750 mils, so basically 3/4 of a litre you're getting for under €1, which is pretty crazy, which is why it was called like the farmer's drink, you know, because it was cheap, easy for people to get. So yeah, it's basically a staple alcohol here in South Korea, just like soju. But I also wanted to mention, when I went into the grocery store, well, the convenience store, to get it, they have a great coffee system. So South Korea, of course, is known for its coffee culture. There's cafes everywhere I'm going by, you know. But you can buy, so if you want an iced coffee, for example, you can buy the thing of ice, the cup of ice, right? Which you can buy in Japan as well. That's not a big strange thing. But they also have then a dedicated aisle for like liquidized bags of coffee, all different flavors. You've got your hazelnut lattes, all sorts, you know, all these kind of flavors, and you buy that, and then you can buy a flavored milk, a small carton of like banana or strawberry milk, and you can mix that all up and put it into the cup there, so you can kind of create your own iced coffee with what they've got in the shop. It's really a great idea, especially considering like coffee is just becoming more and more popular around the world, no more so than in Korea. But yeah, I'm gonna head back now. I know we didn't get to see an awful lot today, and you didn't get to see me eating the bulgogi, but that, anyway, look, it's egg and meat and rice, you know. Why do you want to watch me eat that? It's pretty basic. But yeah, tomorrow at least we have daylight. By the time I arrived here, it was dark, you know. You don't get to see an awful lot. So tomorrow I'll have my breakfast, then we'll head out. We'll find a couple of cafes tomorrow as well. Kind of caffeine up tomorrow for sure. Take advantage of the amount of coffee that you can get here, and then yeah, explore a little bit. I have a couple of ideas. Of course, weather permitting as well, there is a chance that it'll rain tomorrow, but we'll just play it by ear. If it rains, I'll just buy an umbrella in a convenience store, it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna head back, have a shower, and then just chill. It's getting late, well, it's after 9 now, so be a good time by the time I have my shower, just go to bed and start tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching. First day in Jeju with the crazy drivers here in South Korea. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.